Can you imagine a world where time, as we know it, isn't a continuously forward-moving invisible mystery, but a fluid, transmuting visible object that dances on its own rhythm? From the dawn of the universe, the illusion of time has intrigued and confused humanity, proving its existence not only among us on Earth, but also in the depths of the cosmos. It's like a master magician on the stage, performing tricks on our perception and making us believe in the audience that the present, past, and future are indeed entirely separate realms. While many believe that there is no such thing as the past or the future, and that the only reality is the present, it is only our mind that it is one-dimensional. The present is the only reality, the past is all fake, and the future is unsolved mystery. In our daily lives, time acts as a thread that connects everything together. Our current understanding of time is pretty much like trying to hold a slippery fish. It's difficult, but essential if you want to eat. We can imagine time as the heartbeat of our universe, a steady pulse guiding the cosmic symphony. As per our current scientific understanding of time, contrary to a general belief, time isn't a ticking clock, but a dimension that allows events to take place and sequences to unfold. In the world of physics, time is linked with space, producing a space-time continuum. Einstein's theory of relativity changed everything. The theory tells us that time isn't a constant commodity, but is influenced by gravity and motion. Think of it this way. A cosmic dance occurs where massive objects such as planets and stars wrap the fabric of space-time, causing time to distort with it. We can picture time as a flexible companion that bends and sways in the cosmic ballet. However, down here on Earth, our perception and comprehension of time are heavily influenced by our personal experiences. We measure it with seconds, minutes, and hours. We do our best to summarize the elusive flow of moments, and yet the subjective nature of time becomes quite obvious and mysteriously confusing as well. For example, an hour of laughter with our best mates feels like a few minutes, while a couple of minutes spent waiting for someone could feel like an eternity. Time may seem like a loyal companion, but the pace of it is a cunning trickster that plays games with our minds. We think of time as a chameleon, changing its color depending on our current moments. The clock always ticks at the exact same pace. However, it behaves like a mischievous spirit. During moments of joy, time flies by, while during periods of boredom, it drags on slowly. Another excellent example of time playing tricks with our minds is the month of January. Most of us think that the month of January lasts much longer compared to other months, or at least it feels that way. But why is that? Why does January feel like it's moving in slow motion with dramatic background music, while other months sprint ahead? Well, there are multiple reasons for it, and they all basically prove that time is constant. However, it's the sequence of events that makes us believe that time has slowed down its pace. The post-holiday sadness or laziness is one reason. Just a day before 1st January, we celebrate Christmas and New Year, and all of a sudden, there is nothing to celebrate, and we all return to our schools and offices with nothing to do but drag ourselves through the cold, dark days. That even sounds slow and depressing. The contrast between the festive and lively December and the boring and dull January leaves an impression on our minds that it is moving much slower than the others, while in reality, obviously, it's not the case. Einstein's perception of time revolutionized everything. He reshaped our ways of thinking about time and transformed it from just a tick-tocking clock into a dynamic and flexible entity. Einstein's story of relativity was introduced in the 20th century and proposed the idea that indicates the connection between time and space, forming what physicists now call the space-time continuum. After studying Einstein's ideas, we can imagine the cosmos in a massive dance floor where space and time are giving a flawless and beautiful contemporary dance performance. Einstein's theories tell us that the gravity of massive celestial objects like planets and stars doesn't just keep us on the ground, they mess with the fabric of space-time around them as well, causing a mysterious phenomenon known as time dilation. Think of it this way. Imagine the space fabric as a huge sheet of cloth held by 4 people from all sides in the air. Now place a heavy object in the middle of the sheet, let's say a small tennis ball, and it will bend the sheet due to its weight. If you put a marble on the side of the sheet, you'll notice the marble rolling towards the ball because the fabric of the sheet has been influenced by the tennis ball's weight. If you place a football instead of a tennis ball, the marble's speed moving towards it will be faster, since a football is heavier than a tennis ball. This is exactly how things work up in the cosmos. The heavier the celestial body in mass, the more gravity it will possess. And here's the strange part. The more mass this celestial body has, the slower time will move near it. Picture it like a cosmic roller coaster where time slows down in gravitational pull of a massive object. Newton believed that time is a constant entity that flows across every known and unknown universe at the exact same pace. For 200 years, Newton's theories were assumed to be the most prestigious theories of time. However, everything changed when, 200 years later, Einstein's theory of general relativity was released, and it changed our perception of time forever. Under Einstein's perception of time, we now see time as a dynamic partner in the cosmic ballet, influenced by the celestial forces that surround us. Another great theory of Einstein that proves that time can move at different paces is by imagining a high-speed space journey. In theory, if an astronaut leaves Earth and travels through space at the speed of light to reach a star system located at several light years distance, the time will slow down for the speeding astronaut compared to the time on Earth. And when the astronaut returns from his journey, he'll be much younger compared to the people of his same age. It's another mind-boggling fact about time that how it changes for a person traveling in space near the speed of light. Another mind-bending anomaly takes place near massive celestial objects like black holes. Theoretically, if we observe someone who's very close to a black hole from a safe distance, their time would move much more slowly due to extremely intense gravity. A great example of this scenario was portrayed in the movie Interstellar. When Cooper, Dr. Brand, and Dr. Doyle visit Miller's planet, which revolves very closely around an extremely massive black hole, Gargantua, which in the movie is said to be 100 times the mass of our Sun. In the movie, it was portrayed that after being stranded on the Miller's planet for 3 hours and 17 minutes, when they returned back to their spaceship called Endurance, which was parked at a reasonable distance from the black hole, more than 23 years had passed on Earth. In the midst of the chaos on Miller's planet, a clock ticking could be heard along with the background music. Fans figured out with each tick sound, representing a second on Miller's planet, was equivalent to a day back on Earth. This scene beautifully explains how mysterious and terrifying the time dilation or time slippage can be. Although it was a fictional movie and no human has ever experienced time dilation, and we only know about it from the theories, the time dilation scenes in the films were pretty accurate as numerous astrophysicists confirmed them. In the study of cosmos, time remains an enchanting enigma, a mystery that continues to captivate our curiosity. The more we untangle its secrets, the more we realize how little we actually understand time. Although we humans have invented an instrument called the time clock to measure time, The reality is that the mystery of time beckons us to embark on an endless quest for understanding. Hundreds of questions are still unanswered, like when did time begin its journey? How did it start it? Will it experience an ending? Or is it even real?